I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I take a look at my life. I realize it's sudden death.
When I first met Pastor Carl Lentz, it was clear right off the bat, this is a dynamic, magnetic guy.
Don't you spend one more day of your
Fucking
life
magnets.
not realizing that
How do
someday
they
you'll be
work?
with Jesus in heaven.
He's the lead pastor of a church here in the middle of New York City called Hillsong NYC. It is the first U.S. offshoot of the Australian megachurch Hillsong. And when you look at people watching Pastor Lentz preach, they are captivated.
I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Come on, somebody. That is worth a Pentecostal shout down.
This is way different than a lot of churches, I think, that people have seen.
How's this way different? I'm yet to see the difference.
This is just religion rebranding itself. It's nothing to do with anything like, oh, there's they have more message of hope. It's always some stupid shit like that. They just make the Bible seem like some like really feel good hour of like everything's gonna be fine, everything's gonna be great.
Have you heard the good news in this great book?
I give him credit for having a rave in the middle of a fucking...
Jesus!
That's for Jesus. That's for Jesus. That's for
Jesus!
Right
Jesus!
next to the Bibles.
Jesus!
They got the like glow sticks in the holders for the Bibles behind the seats.
Yeah, wearing like halos made of glow stick and shit. Yeah, I'm an angel! Going to heaven!
I have a question for you though.
What?
Fucking magnets, how do they work?
I don't know.
In the United States, especially right here in the middle of New York City. If you watch Pastor Lentz preach, his veins literally pop out of his neck.
His veins pop out of his neck. How fucking compelling is that?
That's how much he loves Jesus.
This has to be your moment to say, let me try the chief shepherd that has never failed anybody. Let me give the Creator a shot at my life.
A lot of people like to talk about how Carl...
I like her name.
Poppy Harlow.
I'm Poppy Harlow. Sounds like it would be a man. Like a big old, like an old man with a big beard.
You know, the more I think of it, the more I realize you guys need to have the clip of Jesse Pinkman going, magnets!
Magnets!
Whenever they come up.
Yes. And the ICP clip as well.
Yes.
We need multiple magnet-related clips on this show.
A montage of magnets.
Magnet montage.
Lentz dresses. He's got tattoos.
He's
wears
got
leather
tattoos.
jackets.
He's
Even
so
interviewing
cool
him in
and
Brooklyn One day,
edgy.
someone walked up to me and said, "Hey, who is that? Is that a rock star?" They certainly did not
Is that
think
a rock
that he
star?
was a
Shut the
pastor.
fuck up.
And when you look at Pastor Lentz,
Who's that? Is that a rock star?
He's amazing.
I'm not sure if the Bible advocates tattoos.
It does not.
It actually does not, yeah.
Yeah.
It's prohibited.
And he's
it's
mixing
prohibited
fabrics.
also.
He's mixing fabrics.
It's prohibited in Leviticus along with like 1,000 other things,
Right. Your body is the temple of Jesus.
including gay butt sex.
you also see that
Which he looks like
seems
he's
to
having.
revel in the spotlight.
Yeah, he kind of does actually. Hey guys.
Especially with those.
Bucket list.
We also wanted to sit down with Brian Houston. He is the man who founded Hillsong, the megachurch in Australia. What we wanted to know from Brian Houston is why he thinks this church has caught on so much, why it has exploded in popularity right here in the middle of New York City. Are you concerned that people are coming for them more than for the message?
Not really. We've seen the same response all over the world. People lining up for church in London, Cape Town, Stockholm. We're seeing it, even Paris, you know.
Even
Gotta
Paris
admit
with those
that
godless
the way
French
you dress,
fucking
the
heathens.
tattoos, the way you look gets people talking, and is that a bad thing?
Okay, like, this is not the first time there's been, like, preachers and reverends and shit that had, like, tattoos and did, like, we're like the hip, cool, new Christianity.
Yeah, it's like they say in King of the Hill, you're not making Christianity cooler, you're making rock and roll stupider and more annoying.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Because, I mean, I love that this woman who's doing the story is just like, and people say, like, who's that? Is that like a rock star? Is it a rock star? No, it's your pastor. Woo, what's going on? This is something new. You've never seen this kind of Christianity before.
Of course, the point. I mean, you wonder why they call it a hipster church.
Yeah, I'm not a hipster. You don't even know. Hipsters are...
Do you own a mirror? Do you own a mirror?
Yeah, first of all, let me explain to you what a hipster is. Someone who lives in Williamsburg, Brooklyn,
Yeah.
who has a much better beard.
Where do you live?
In Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Carl Lentz leads Hillsong NYC along with his wife Laura Lentz. She's also a pastor there.
Religion has hijacked the fundamental ingredient of our faith.
We were interested in their position on social issues. They preach
So
no
he's
sex
like that
before
spoken
marriage.
word
They say
guy.
Jefferson Bethke
Oh,
shit.
God.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in God, but it's not religion. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Seriously.
Jesus and the church done been separated. All you motherfuckers look at me. Why am I so hated? Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. He is worth the fight. All right.
Jesus.
I love Jefferson Bethke.
Yeah, he's your best.
Jefferson Bethke and I
made love.
Yeah, he wrote me, and he said that he was going to get my videos taken down.
Really?
Because he felt like it was bad publicity for him. So I said, well, how about instead of doing that, you and I do like a charity thing together, so we can show that atheists and Christians can set their differences aside for the greater good. And he's like, yeah, that sounds like really cool. Let's do that. And he I don't know what I mean, I guess nothing ever really came of it, but
well, at least he agreed to it and wasn't.
yeah, I mean, like he seemed willing to do it. I don't know if he decided not to, or if he
You
just
wrote
slipped
to
his
him,
mind or whatever.
and that was the end of it. Like,
Yeah.
he never wrote you back.
Don't get
But he never took my videos of him down, which is good because one of those videos has like millions of views, like 2.5 million. The I Hate Jesus and Religion 2. It's not very well received though because Jefferson Bethke's little posse decided to invade it.
And when it comes to homosexuality, they really do not want to take a public stance. They say that is a private conversation. Are gay men and women welcome in the church?
Absolutely. We have a lot of gay men and women in our church, and I pray we always do.
It's not our place to tell.
You don't need to pray to have them in your church. You just have to accept them into your church.
No. I pray we always will. It's kind of
Anyone.
strange.
How they should live. It's
Why are there always like I don't know. It seems like there's so many Australians involved in these churches. Like she's Australian too.
Australia basically has like a culture of like America in the 1950s though.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Oh, God.
If you actually like
He's
watch,
like, oh god.
if you watch like Australian movies and shit, you can see they even have like a similar aesthetic to.
Except they have socialized medicine. That's the major difference.
But Australia, I think they elected some kind of crazy prime minister that's trying to do some wacky shit. Like they're trying to. I forget exactly what it is, but I think they're trying to like send like anti-gay pastors to schools and shit. So it's pretty shitty in Australia.
You're like, it's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. Okay, it's bad. Okay.
It's bad.
Wait, they're just now doing that? We've had that in Texas for years.
Yeah,
No.
they're
That's their
catching
journey.
up to Texas.
Every article I've read about you guys says he declined to discuss gay marriage.
Yeah, it's a misquote because I do discuss it, just not the way people want me to. When it comes to homosexuality, I refuse to let another human being or a media moment dictate how we approach it. Jesus was in the thick of an era where homosexuality, just like it is today, was wildly prevalent. And I'm still waiting for someone to show me the quote where Jesus addressed it on the record in front of people. You won't find it because he never did.
And
One thing
lo,
we know
Jesus said, "Fuck those stupid cocksuckers."
Yeah, basically Old Test divorce. Like, the Old Testament didn't really happen.
Homosexuality is rampant, like it's a disease.
Not only that, but Paul, who is really the true founder of Christianity, was pretty anti-gay. But, obviously he was not Jesus. But he was like a bigger popularizer of Christianity than Jesus ever was.
that Hillsong has a lot of money. And a big moneymaker for this church is their band. They have this famous band, Hillsong United. They tour the world. They sell
So
out
famous that
stadiums.
I've never heard of it once.
Hillsong NYC brought in just shy of $5 million in 2012. They encourage
Praise
donations
Jesus.
and keeping it modern, they of course take credit cards. Some news reports have pegged the church's worth at 50 million to 100 million. Are those numbers right?
It would be in the ballpark. It's tiny compared with the Catholic Church, of course.
Lentz has become pretty famous in his own right. He's got tons of followers on Twitter, on Instagram. He's friends with Justin Bieber. He's good friends with NBA.
Now I know it really
I
fucking
think that's
sucks.
good publicity.
Yeah, that's not something you want to associate
Yeah.
with yourself.
He even
He's
baptized
good
Kevin
friends with
Durant.
Justin
You'll see
Bieber.
him post photos with celebrities on social media.
Do you care about having celebrities in your congregation?
The goal of our church is from the nameless to the famous. Our church should have celebrities, we believe, because we're trying to reach everybody. That's one of our goals.
After you watch Carl
From the
Lentz
nameless
preach a
to the
few times,
famous.
you can't help but wonder, is he going to go the way of Joel Osteen or Billy Graham and take his preaching to television? He insists that is not what he wants to do.
Success is not having a big church, a big portfolio, a lot of money, nice cars.
This is a big deal.
That's
Sunday
just all
after
perks.
Sunday, what
Yeah,
you
but
do
I'm sure he
see
doesn't have
is
any of
that
that.
thousands and
No.
thousands are flocking
taken the
to
vow of
Hillsong
poverty.
NYC to hear Lentz preach.
Our goal is not to turn some cultish thinking into New York City, like, when you come to our church, we're going to change you. That's an arrogant premise.
Have people said that to you, that this is cultish?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah?
Even though it's the most preposterous allegation in history.
Whether you agree
The
with
most
this
preposterous
message or not,
allegation
Carl Lentz
in
has
history.
redefined
In
Come up with
history.
something better.
The most preposterous allegation in history. Never has there been a single more preposterous proposition. Never. I mean, hell, I hear fucking crazier shit than that, like on a daily basis. I've heard people tell me that the Earth is hollow and that there's an inverted horizon and that there's another sun in the middle of the Earth, and there's a race
Can you prove there's not?
giant
Can you
blonde
prove
hair,
there's not?
blue-eyed people living
Yeah, but can you prove there's
on the
not?
other
TJ?
side of the Earth's crust. I can't prove there's not.
Oh, victory for G-Man.
Okay, you're right.
G-Man.
people here in
I don't
New
know
York
if he's
City.
a proponent,
They believe
but
that this is a church that
nonetheless,
does
he wins.
well.
No, I'm just
where
using the
other
G-Man
churches
mentality.
don't.
Whether you like it or not, God is your shepherd. Whether you like it or not, he has never failed anybody, and he's not going to start with you. Whether you like it or not, you need to hear it. He is going to lead you into something better.
I like to point out that people in the audience had very blank stares on their faces, like, "This good."
God is great.
You're a middle-aged man, TJ.
You're a middle-aged man.